Alrighty, good morning, 6:01 on this Monday. Time is running out for the signing bonus offered to BC teachers by the province. Instructors have until midnight tonight to collect the $1,200 up for grabs if a deal can be reached by the end of the school year. Negotiations between the BCTF and the government have stalled, and attempts to get a mediator in have also failed. The union is asking for an 8% wage increase over 5 years, plus a $5,000 signing bonus. The province is offering 7% over 6 years, as well as the smaller signing bonus, which is valid until the end of today. As many questions remain this morning in the BC teachers dispute, students in greatest need of a summer education will get it. The Labour Relations Board has deemed summer classes essential, at least some of them. The LRB says remedial courses should be offered to students from grades 10 through 12, specifically those who have failed classes and will not be able to redo them next year. Vancouver School Board Chair Patty Backus admits being a bit confused by the ruling. The LRB has given school districts until Wednesday to finalize summer classes they're offering. As a 90-day cooling-off period gets closer to an end, unionized truckers held a meeting on Sunday. Container truckers are voting on pay structure as wages remain a big issue with drivers at Port Metro Vancouver. The director of the United Truckers Association says mediator Vince Reddy has sent a questionnaire to all stakeholders in the industry on how they think they should be paid.
We'll have the results right away, but we will be sharing that information only with Mr. Reddy. So that's not something that we're sharing with any other party. So we're having these results as a hard copy to back us up when we have our submission of our report on behalf of the whole membership.
Well, Gino Ojic may be fighting for his life, but he's not doing it alone. Hundreds of fans have conveyed their love and support for the former hockey tough guy. Despite battling terminal heart disease, Ojic made his way outside Vancouver General Hospital yesterday to greet fans. They organized a rally just a few days after learning about his medical condition. Long after retirement, Gino clearly still means a lot to Canucks supporters, but even more to Aboriginal hockey fans who proudly lived vicariously through their hero whenever he took the ice.
Gino has always been one of the fan favorites. He gives back to the Aboriginal community on a regular basis, which is important for him, and I think it's important to give back to where you came from as well.
Gino's condition is rare, and according to doctors, it's usually fatal. There's no apparent cause or cure. In a letter to Canucks fans last week, Ojic said he may only have months or even weeks to live. One man is in hospital this morning. Another is under arrest after a stabbing in Surrey over the weekend. RCMP were called to a house on 156th Street yesterday morning. Officers found the victim outside the home with very serious neck wounds. He is reportedly in stable condition. The suspect was arrested on scene. It's believed the men knew each other, but it's unclear what prompted their confrontation. An autopsy is scheduled this week on a body discovered in Newton. A man was found lying on the side of the road Saturday morning, not too far from an elementary school. He could not be revived. There were no obvious signs of foul play. Oscar Pistorius has been dealt a large legal setback as his murder trial continues in South Africa this morning following a 6-week adjournment. 4 mental health experts who examined the Paralympic runner say he was not suffering from a psychological illness when he shot and killed his girlfriend last February. Pistorius' lawyers had argued he was suffering from an anxiety disorder the night Reva Steenkamp was killed. The prosecution says this means the Olympic athlete was criminally responsible for his actions when he shot and killed her. He has pleaded not guilty. What some are calling a slimmed-down Mayor Rob Ford is expected to return to Toronto City Hall this afternoon after 2 months in rehab for alcohol abuse. Ford is expected to speak with reporters in his office today. He's been a largely symbolic mayor since City Council stripped him of most of his power last fall. A letter sent to the city clerk's office indicates Ford plans to resume his duties at work. He has already been spotted in Toronto posing for photos at a local clothing store.
I can just tell you that Rob's positive, and he's looking forward to coming back to the people of Toronto that elected him, and he's going to be continuing to work hard for the taxpayer.
The weekend weather may have been a bit spotty, but the entertainment was anything but. Musicians, dancers, clowns, acrobats, yo-yo experts, you name it, they all performed in downtown Vancouver at the city's 3rd annual International Busker Festival. It's called International for a reason. Performers came from all over the world. Their travel and accommodation were all paid for, but any money they made came from the street performing tradition of passing around a hat.